Dear friends, we are going to talk about 5 strategies to implement in your business so that your business becomes much more systematic. If you wanted to really build your business to the next level, if you really wanted to take your business to the next level, if you really wanted your business to build with great value, you have to just master these 5 strategies. But before you do that, I request you to kindly subscribe to this channel, like it, and do pass on to your friends. Let's get into the strategies. Dear friends, this is part of our knowledge series, and I'm going to do the second part of the system. We talked about in the first part about what are the advantages of building systems in an organization. This is about how do you build great systems in your organization. I'm going to share 5 strategies to implement systems in your businesses. Dear friends, the first strategy is about you. Yes, you, the entrepreneur. How can you transition from a one-man leader to building multiple leaders in your organization? So generally in an entrepreneur organization, when we start something, we are in lack of so many things: lack of resources, lack of money, lack of time, lack of infrastructure, but just our own gut feeling, just our own promises that we make for ourselves, our own aspiration, our own drive, which actually takes us to the next level in our business. As we build our business, we play multiple roles. We play the role of an entrepreneur, we play the role of a salesman, we play the role of a customer service executive, we also play the role of an operational executive. We do all kind of things by ourselves. Then we try and put 1 or 2 support guys here and there, and those people may not be that qualified. And then you try and build, slowly you try and build a team around it. Now the first strategies revolves around you in this particular journey of transitioning you to be the CEO or the chairman or whatever you want to call it as. In that transitioning, you need to definitely build a lot of people around you. Now, for that, what are the things that you need to do? The first and foremost thing that you need to do is to start visualizing. Start visualizing in terms of how this business will look like as we progress 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And if we have to have that kind of an organization 10 years from now, how does the organizational chart look like? How many people do we need to have in our organization? And try and create a team around it. Maybe today you're doing many part of those organizational structure, all the roles of various people you're doing, I'm doing. As an entrepreneur, initially we start doing all of that. We just look at the organization structure. 10 years from now, how does the organization structure look like? And once you start looking at it, today you will have all the names in those respective designation is your name. Your name will be there in all those designations that you see in the organization structure. As you progress, you start building team around it. Put one guy, remove your name. Put another guy, remove your name. That's how you kind of build your team around it. Now, first and foremost, you have to have this quality of building team around it. And many a times, we may have this feeling of, am I the right person? This is one important question that you need to ask yourself. Way back in the late 1890 or something, that's when the company GE was started. The GE, General Electric today is a great company. But this company was started in a very small way, and this company was started by none other than Thomas Alva Edison, and it was called as Edison Electric Company those days. Within few years of the start of the company, Mr. Edison decided that I'm actually a scientist. I cannot become a businessman. So my job, my core activity is all about scientist's role in terms of coming up with new product, all the science kind of a mind related activities. So I cannot run this business. So he identified another person called Charles Coffin, and he was the first president of the company, and that particular person actually built the business around it. So my dear friends, the first strategy revolves around you. You need to build a team around it. And in case if you feel that you are not the right person, you can still own the company, and you need to find the right people to actually take the company to the next level. So that's about the first strategy. The second strategy is all about your business. Now, in this particular strategy, what we are going to talk about is how can you really create your business in such a way that there's a lot of opportunity to scale up, there's a lot of opportunity to monetize it, and there's a lot of opportunity to really look at that business as a product by itself. So, what am I talking about looking at business as a product by itself? See, many a times we always so excited about talking about a product. We are so passionate about talking about a product. We are so passionate about talking about the services, and we go all out and explain every single thing detailedly about our product. But when it comes to looking at your own business as a product, that means your business can also be sold over a period of time. Now, there are different ways of looking at things. We here in India, we don't really look at business as a business as a product. We tend to be more emotionally attached to the businesses. You know, many of my clients have come across, especially the family-run organization. They keep telling me that it was started by great grandfather and certain things that we are continuously following it, and we are so emotionally attached to this business. Even the business runs into a huge loss, they still borrow money and they still stick to the business because they feel some kind of emotional attachment. Now, if you look at in the West, especially in the US, their way of thinking business is totally different. They start the company, they'll slowly build the company, they'll grow the company, they'll really scale the company to next big level, and then they'll sell the company. So it's very simple in terms of creating a beautiful product that can be sold and can be encashed. So I'm not here to talk about selling your business. I'm here to talk about creating systems in such a way your business is stabilized correctly. So when I say looking at your business as a product, let's take for example McDonald's as a retail outlet. They have multiple branches, multiple outlets, maybe 10,000 plus outlets across the globe. So the kind of a system that they are putting in place, right from the number of seats on top of the burger is also counted. The number of minutes for every single process in making those French fries are counted. It's all timed. So a lot of procedures are there in place, and you will definitely see the kind of a structure it happens. Say for example, if you want to start a McDonald's outlet or maybe a franchisee outlet, the company will give you a clear plan in terms of when are you going to launch it and what are the things that you need to do day minus 200. That means the launch day and 200 days before that where you need to start. What are the various things that you need to do? What are the checklists that you need to have? So a lot of things are already being placed, and this entire franchisee operation is all about what are the things that you need to do first, what are the things that you need to do second, what are the various step-by-step process that is involved, where how much money is involved in the first month, and what kind of a revenue that you can make on the first month, second month, third month, when you will be having a break-even point, and how when is the ROA. Everything is very clearly done, and they have this system. They mastered the system in terms of taking to the next level. So my dear friend, the second strategy revolves around your business. What are the things that you need to have your business to run flawlessly even without your presence? For that, what are the things that you need to do? So start looking at where do we start? This is the $1 million question that I keep on getting asked. You need to start from the beginning. So as an entrepreneur, many years that we are in business, a lot of things are there in our head. What kind of a system that we need to follow, what kind of procedure that we need to do, how do we need to talk to a customer, how do we need to handle a customer, what are the various questions the customer keep asking, how do we handle crisis. All those things we have answers, and all those answers are there in our head. How can we really empty our head? Empty your head and put it on a table so that you have a lot of things in front of you, and convert that into a documentation, and that and all those documents are put into a very systematic order so that you exactly know what are the things that happens in your business. So that's the second strategy, and that's the second starting point as well. Dear friends, the third strategy revolves around people again, and this is about delegating and empowering. So what exactly is delegating? Delegating, we all know, is just tell them what to do. Empowering is all about making them take their own respective decision and keeping them accountable for whatever they are supposed to deliver. Now, this is a very simple exercise, it may sound, but it is extremely difficult. Generally, the entrepreneurs have multiple things to do and everything revolves around them. It's extremely difficult for them to get out of decision making, get out of not being in the limelight, get out of not being in the center of attraction. All those things are really challenging. So in this particular process, what you need to do, build a team around it, identify few leaders, start spending a lot of time with them, give them encouragement to do a small decision making process. I'm sure definitely they'll fail, absolutely no problem. You let them fail. Couple of times they may fail, they may make some small mistakes. It's absolutely okay with that. So you have to be okay with it, and then you need to really give them that free hand to go ahead and do whatever they wanted to do. So that's about the third strategy that I'm talking about. It's all about empowering people, giving them importance, giving them that freedom to take more decisions. The fourth strategy is all about organizing your business into multiple heads or multiple departments. Now, what does this exactly mean? Now, if you have your business, whatever may be your business in terms of trading or services or maybe some concept-based selling, whatever it could be, there are multiple departments. Even though if you have even if you have very less number of employees, the business is structured around a lot of things. Your finance department is there, your sales department is there, your service department is there, your logistics department is there, a lot of things like that. So all you need to do is to organize these departments into different buckets, and then keep one particular person who owns this particular department is all about. So they're just not employees, they are owners for that particular department. They are entrepreneur by themselves. Start inculcating that habit in them. So once these multiple divisions or role are defined, put them into paper, put them into 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of activity, step-by-step activity, and also make sure that each person in each department is very clear about what kind of role they are supposed to play, and also create certain performance metrics. That means every single day, every single person in that particular respective department should know, what am I supposed to deliver today? What am I supposed to deliver this week? What am I supposed to deliver this month? And what am I supposed to deliver this quarter, half yearly, and then the yearly target? So it's all related to one particular person, that is me. What am I supposed to deliver? So if I deliver this, my other colleagues deliver this, and the other departments deliver this. So if all those small win put together, it becomes a bigger win, and that becomes a bigger win, even more bigger win for the organization. So this is the kind of an organization strategy that I'm talking about. Is all about organizing your multiple departments, and then keep each one of them accountable for what are they supposed to deliver. So that's the fourth strategy that I'm talking about in terms of implementing systems in your organization. The fifth strategy is all about technology. I know you all will love this particular thing, because today is a world of technology, whether it is a small app called WhatsApp to bigger CRM initiative, quite a lot of softwares which are related to sales like Salesforce, you name it. There are plenty of things available. Many of it are even available at a very minimum expenses. Gone are the days where a company need to invest heavily on the software and invest in terms of development. Today you all get various software at much cheaper price, as software as a solution kind of a service, where you have to just pay monthly certain small amount of money. Now technology, if you want your organization to be very systematic, you simply cannot avoid technology. Many business houses, even a small retail person today, they kind of avoided their own respective purchase travel to different part of the country. So what they do, they just speak to the respective suppliers, whether it is a textile or whatever it is, and the supplier keeps sending images or specification or whatever the real product, photographs and technical details, everything through the WhatsApp. Just a photograph, they just look at those designs and they approve it, and then immediately the order goes on, and everything right from the logistics, the kind of parcel details to transaction details, everything is kind of communicated with the help of WhatsApp, video calling, whatnot. So that one particular app alone can create so much of help and ease of doing business to entrepreneurs today. Like that, you have plenty of technology software available right now in terms of CRM, in terms of accounting, in terms of various others, HR, you name it. It's all available today at your fingertips. And it's quite economical as well, and it is very easy to do. It's all just user friendly. It's not, you don't need to have an expertise in terms of computers or software or any of those things. It can be done very simply, and it can also come in different formats in the form of a mobile application where your respective team member can also very easily operate those things. So technology is another interesting dimension. So if you wanted to build your organization, if you just follow this 5 strategy, you can start beginning your entire organization in a very systematic way. Now, whether these 5 strategies alone are important enough? No. In every one of those strategies I talked about, there are multiple steps towards how do you go about doing it. So in each one of those strategies, there are multiple steps involved in handling this. How do you go step by step in each one of those areas? Whether it is technology, empowering people, looking at your business as a product, or your own role of transitioning, everything revolves around multiple areas of layers. Dear friends, we have seen about 5 different strategies and what are the various ways of looking at it. This is not just those 5 strategies alone will be able to suffice your transitioning your business from a people-driven company to a system-driven company. But it's definitely a good way to start with. Now, if you're going to start with, I've just given you a little bit of idea about how do you go about doing it. In each one of those areas, in each one of those strategy, there are multiple steps involved. I've just given you 1 or 2 things to start with. If you require further more details, we will continue to have few more videos in the future, but you can always stay in touch with us so that we'll help you to give you some of the interesting tools so that you can start implementing in your business. This system building is an essential task for an entrepreneur today because there are plenty of opportunities available for us to grow. There are plenty of opportunity available for us to take our business to the next level. For all of that, we need to have a lot of time in our kitty. If we need to have a lot of time in our kitty, we need to definitely ensure that our business is actually not dependent on us. It runs on an autopilot mode. If it runs on autopilot mode, we have enough and more time to think, enough and more opportunity to network, enough and more opportunity to have international tie-ups, and you can also start looking in terms of increasing the net worth of a shareholder, and you can also increase your potential of building your organization. Is much higher in terms of value. Hope you like this video. Thank you so much. Bye.